Hello everyone, it's me, Indah Melindasari, Registered Migration Agent of Wonderland Consulting. I hope everyone is safe and sound as always. Please click the subscribe button to keep up to date with all the latest Australian visa news on this year, 2023. Today in this video, I'm here to bring you a news update about Australian immigration, focusing on the changes that are expected to take place in July this year. I know you're curious about immigration case, what will change? So let's dive right in. Please take one note that this news update will start on the July 1st, 2023 and on the end of 2023. It's important to be aware that as a migrant, these changes could potentially affect you, and this is all you need to expect for Australian immigrations in 2023-2024 program year. What will happen in July this year? First, direct Australian citizenship pathway to Kiwis. This is the first news. What a good update for you if you are a New Zealand citizen that's seeking Australian citizenship. Starting from July this year, your pathway to obtain the citizenship status will be much easier with updated requirements that we've summarized below. The requirements is much easier from on the 1st of July 2023 for Kiwis to obtain citizenship because first, every Kiwis who is the holder or receive a special category visa or SCV for the first time on or after 1st of July 2022 will be considered as a permanent resident. Second, citizens of New Zealand who receive a SCV before 1st of July 2022 will have their period of permanent resident for citizenship purposes reactively extended to 1st of July 2022. Third, every New Zealand citizen holding a SCV will be considered a permanent resident for citizenship purposes. For citizenship application purpose, you are still required to meet the following criteria: have been residing in Australia for 4 years or more, hold a special category visa subclass 444, meet the other requirements for Australian citizenship application. This initiative aligns with the Australian government's objective of establishing a migration system to be fair, eventually regulated and embraces inclusivity. What a good start to welcome the 2023-24 program year. With the easier pathway to citizenship, it is hoped that New Zealand citizens who have resided in Australia and contribute for the Australian economy will get the best benefits from the country. After all, they do deserve the benefits for everything they have provided to the country. The new direct pathway also indicates that it will be easier for the New Zealand citizens to get their family member to reside with them indefinitely in Australia. If you are one of the Kiwis who wish to get your family live indefinitely with you in Australia, you are welcome to contact us to find out the best visa option for your family members. Now, we're going to move to the next updated news, in which Caroline tells us that financial year in Australia has finally come. This news is particularly relevant for skilled workers who have migrated or plan to migrate to Australia. Yes, there have been changes to the income threshold for migrant workers after a decade. Second, increase of income threshold for migrants worker 2023. As you have known, in May 2023, the Australian government announced an increase for the income threshold from 53,900 to 70,000. It's quite important to note that this income threshold had remained unchanged since 2013, and now it has finally updated and starting in July 2023. This change brings about a quite delightful impact to migrant skilled workers' inability to raise funds for their living expenses. Also, this number has finally changed after 1 decade. In the other hand, it might become a new challenge for the employer as they must give at least 70,000 Australian dollars a year to their skilled migrant workers. Move to the next update that will occur in July this year and at the end of 2023. This is another great news with bright future for skilled migrant workers who hold the subclass 482 visa. So, what is it? Third, broaden pathway to permanent resident for 482 visa holders. Along with the announcement of the market salary threshold being increased, the department also announced that starting from July this year, the holder of the temporary skill shortage or TSS in short stream visa will have a direct pathway to permanent residency in Australia. So, if you hold a short-term stream of 482 visa, worry less. You will be entitled for the direct permanent residency pathway just like the other streams of 482 visa. The pathway will be through the 186 visa, the RT stream. We'll note that you must have been in Australia for at least 1 year between 1st February 2020 and 14 December 2021. Not only that, the Australian government stated that anyone whose occupation is on the regional occupation list can follow the same path. This means that 482 visa holders from all streams can access the permanent residency pathway via the 186 visa temporary resident transition stream. Addition to the great news, the Department of Home Affairs is expected to review the requirements for 186 visa at the end of 2023. Some changes are planned to be in place include all holders of subclass 482 visas for temporary skill shortages will be qualified for employer nomination scheme visas sponsored by their employers. Applicants must keep working in the field for which they were granted a TSS visa. Sponsored visa applicants will be eligible for ENS TRT after 2 years of TSS sponsorship by the employer, down from 3 years. Applicants for the TRT stream of the ENS visa must fulfill all the other nomination and visa requirements. And in the interim, the limit on short-term stream TSS visa applications that can be made onshore has also been eliminated. So how are you feeling about all of this? The news definitely has a quiet impact on people in different situations. But hold on, we are not done yet. There are also changes happening with student visas, and it's proving that the updates will be affect every different cases. Number 4, student visa changes. To be clear, the changes on student visas was announced early in 2023. The purpose shows that starting from the 1st of July 2023, every primary and secondary student visa holder will have their work hours limit increased to 48 hours per fortnight. This might be one of the most awaited changes for international students. Having additional work hours will ease the international students in many ways. For example, international students will have more chance to obtain the necessary skills for their future careers. International students might get more pocket money for their daily expenses. But remember, as the holder of the student visa, your main duty is still completing your study and get that degree. Let's see the additional work hours as a reward for you aside from the degree that will bring you to your dream careers. Next update might be the answers of your wonders about. What if I'm already graduated, but at the same time, I still want to work in the country for another additional years? Don't worry, the department announced another updates regarding this issue. So let's move to the next updates. Number 5, extra 2 years validity period for post-study work stream of subclass 485 visa. You do not misheard me. The Department of Home Affairs is happily to give you extra 2 years validity for your 485 visa. Be noted that this is applicable for the post-work study stream and for certain degrees. To provide you further information, there are different years of additional validity to any specified degrees, such as from 2 years to 4 years for select bachelor degrees, from 3 years to 5 years for selected master's degrees, and from 4 years to 6 years for all doctoral degrees. For a friendly note, there are also specified degrees that impacted by this additional year's validity. You can check the full list on our video here. The revised validity period will apply to those graduates who possess a graduate temporary visa on the 1st of July 2023, or who will apply for a graduate temporary visa after that date. Is it related on Australia migration strategy? Absolutely. These updates aims to prepare the graduates with better job readiness and outcomes, as well as good qualified graduated students who aims to obtain permanent residency in Australia. This can be your own good opportunities, while this update is also quite supported by next following news. Number 6. Budget increasing for Australian job sponsorship. Realizing the need for skilled workers in most fields, Australia confirmed to increase the places for sponsored scheme working visa. One of the purpose changes is to increase the number of visa sponsorship jobs available to foreigners, particularly in healthcare, engineering, and IT. This has been updated in this May that Australia confirmed to increase their budget for visa sponsorship. The government aims to increase the place to 36,825 places for 2023-2024 program year. It's obviously a change that you must anticipate. The more numbers in place, the broader your chance to migrate to Australia as a skilled worker. We are finally in the end of updates of Australian immigration news in this month, 2023. What else can you anticipate? These updates might affect all of you who are the visa holder of Australian visa. Overall visa places for 2023-24 immigration program and visa fee changes. The Albanese government will maintain a 190,000 place cap for the permanent migration program for 2023-24, with 137,100 slots, about 70% designated for the skilled stream to help meet the nation's long-term skill needs. The net overseas migration is predicted to reach 400,000 places this year and 350,000 in 2023 and 2024. Meanwhile, in 2024-25, migration is expected to substantially resume its regular trends. Also, the Australian government will increase the visa application charge between 6% to 40%. The increased fee is to ensure that promptness of visa processing and enhance current visa processing technologies. What does it mean to you? Every Australian immigration updates that will be starting from the 1st of July this year will affect you with every different case. To be ready for the changes, you need to know what steps to take, how to stay informed with the Australian immigration news, how to comply with the new policies, so you will be welcomed as a new migrant to the country. If you do have this kind of questions, first, I'm a beginner of immigration application process. What should I do first? Second, I want to work and study at the same time. Which one I need to prioritize first? Third, will these changes affect my ability to apply for citizenship in Australia? Find every answers of your questions with us, Wonderland Consulting. We also assure that if you need assistance with your visa issues, whether you just need some advice or want us to organize and submit the application, you can find our contact details in the description of this video and pinned in the comments. Also, don't forget to follow up on social media to get the most updated and complete information in relation to Australian immigration matter. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.